What is going on, everyone? I'm bringing you the full Beyblade Hasbro CX lineup right here. This is all 4 CX Beyblades. Let me know if I'm wrong. I believe these are the only CX Beyblades that have been released in Hasbro so far. And in terms of the actual TT versions, I think we're probably missing like Foxbrush and I don't know, the Flame, Cerberus, and there's not much. There's not a lot of CX, and I've seen a lot of negativity around CX. Some people are like, CX sucks, something needs to save CX. I think this is a pretty cool line. Let's go open this up. We're going to start with Courage Dran, which I like Brave Dran more in terms of a name, but, you know, Hasbro's going to do what Hasbro's going to do. You know, I'll give them a pass, though, because Hasbro has been doing some very, very good releases, keeping it just like TT. So I will not complain about that. I will complain that these are all starters. We don't need a starter every single time. They up the price of the product and they give us a launcher and ripcord we do not need. These are actually my first ever CX products. So it's very weird for me to even just see the blade in 3 parts here. So let's go over some of these pieces. I know most of you probably already know, but for those of you who are coming back into Beyblade, not too familiar, we can go over them. So the interesting thing is this is a Hasbro Beyblade, and Hasbro usually has like a QR code or something on the blade somewhere. And I am not seeing one, so maybe you can't see. Oh, there it is. Focus, there we go. There's the QR code. I was wondering what the QR code was. So yeah, now the blade part is separated into 3 pieces because it's customizable. You can switch parts around. All these chips pretty much all do the same thing. I know Valkyrie's going to come with like a metal one, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. I kind of like these being cosmetic. And if you make a metal one, you're pretty much just defining the meta. Everybody's just going to use Valkyrie for all their chips because it's like, why not? It's metal. It's going to add more weight. So yeah, that's going to make things obsolete. So I was kind of hoping they didn't really go that direction. Like with the bit chips in previous, like in Burst. So we have right here, we have Dran. Then we have our main blade here, which is Brave. Then there's a part called an assist blade. And this is going to be the part that had the QR code on it. Slash. And of course, we're going to have a ratchet here, just like normal. Ratchets are just like normal, but, you know, with this line, 660. And finally, we're going to have Vortex, which is pretty cool. I think this is like the right spinning version of what we got from Cobalt Dragoon. So yeah, let's put this together. I've never put one of these together, so I'm probably going to make a mistake. Okay, it looks like that goes like that. And this goes here. I wonder if the face part has to go in first. Maybe I screwed that up. Maybe this goes in here, and I know it twists, but I think you got to put this in first. It makes sense that this will probably have to go in first, maybe, and then maybe you twist this piece to lock it in. No, maybe that's just to lock in this. Maybe it just works like a normal Beyblade now. Okay, there we go. It is just like that. Okay, so this part is not to connect the whole thing, just the top part. There we go. Fully assembled Brave Dran or Courage Dran. As you can see, CX line Beyblades have these assist blades. They have like the outward metal parts here and plastic in the middle. Just for comparison, these are the basic line versions of Dran, where they have the metal clips here. And then you move on to this one right here, the unique line, which has more metal here, but the plastic right here for the clips, which is kind of how these work as well. The way the metal is distributed is more like the unique line than the basic line. So I wonder how good these are going to actually be. I do feel we're getting a little bit too many different types of Beyblades in X. We're only 2 seasons in. This feels like, you know, basic line should have been season 1, and then they should have went to unique line in season 2, and then we should have went to the custom line in season 3, but we got these all very, very fast. Moving on, we got Reaper Incendio or Hell's Reaper, which this is a prize Beyblade, which is crazy. that we don't actually have to, like, you know, get these random boosters anymore. And I remember before, I used to be primarily a TT person. I used to just, you know, get my Beyblades shipped from Japan. Now I just wait for them to come on TT. And I'm wondering, for those of you who live in Japan, if I'm not sure if my videos even reach Japan, but if you are from Japan and you do see these videos, let me know. Do you actually buy random boosters anymore, or do you just wait to buy the Hasbro releases? Do you wait for them to be so that you could ship them to Japan the same way, you know, us Americans and Canadians, you know, everybody from the West would usually wait, you know, not wait, usually would have Beyblade shipped from Japan to us. You just get these now shipped to you instead of going through the whole random booster rigmarole over there. So here we have Hells or Incendio, Reaper, loving the color scheme on this. Oh, look at that metal. This looks crazy. Now, what we just saw was the main blade. That was Reaper. But this one right here, this is the assist blade known as Turn. I do like the pink on it. It does remind me of Chain. Chain had like some pink like hints to it. 470. And we have Kick, which is a very weird looking bit over here. So let's put this whole thing together. Also, I forgot, QR code for those of you who do collect. And just like that, our completed Beyblade right here. Really loving the color scheme on this guy. And if you didn't know, this was a balanced type Beyblade. I believe this is a balanced type. It should be. I think all of Bird's Beyblades are balanced. I don't think any of the main characters' Beyblades are actually changed. Yep, I just checked right now. It is a balanced type, of course. Tag type. Now, let's open up our Stamina type Beyblade. Multi's Beyblade. Arc Wizard. Multi always has some of my favorite Beyblades. I love the yellow color scheme on all these Beyblades. So many launchers that I just gotta throw away. It's such a waste of plastic. We don't need all these. We don't need all these. Make one, you know? Do Dran with the launcher, you know? And then make the other ones like, you know, just singles. You don't need to go that crazy. It's completely unnecessary. So here we have Wizard, which kind of has like a little bit more of a, like a green in a way. Almost like it would be cool if you could glow in the dark. It looks like that glow in the dark type of green. We have Arc as our main blade, and it looks amazing. Also, I love this. You don't have to even put stickers on these. Let me know. I haven't seen any openings. I've been out of the loop a little bit. For CX Beyblades in Japan, do you got to put on the stickers like you used to, like for the older generations? Do they just come with the stickers? Either way, I'm just glad these come with stickers. I don't have to put them on. We got the assist blade is round. Look at that. Yeah, that looks awesome. Oh, and here's your QR code, people. Hope you guys were able to get that. 455. This looks interesting. Whoa. Hey, this one's a little bit different. It doesn't have the full white part piece. I think we opened up a Beyblade yesterday that was like that. And I think it also had the same kind of dimensions with a 5.5 or 6.5, something like that. I guess if something ends with a round number, like a 0 at the end of it, they kind of look like this. Maybe that's what's happening with these. And we have Low Orb. Let's put this baby together because we still got one more to put together. Look at that, nice, beautiful, all put together. Now I'm remembering, I think it was Wyvern that had that same problem with me. It was a little bit hard for me to put together. And finally, we have Dark Perseus. Perfect. And I'm so glad it's called Dark Perseus and not Dark Destroyer, because for some reason in the Metal Fight era, Perseus' name was changed to Destroyer. I don't know why. That's just really weird. It's not like they never named the Beyblades after mythological like gods or anything like that before, so it was really weird that they did make that change. Glad they didn't decide to do that for Hasbro and made it Perseus instead of Destroy. There we go, let's get this out. So with all four of these bays, we do have all four types covered, because this is the defensive type Beyblade. Lock ship is Perseus. This looks awesome. Main blade is Dark. This looks really, really cool. So that's where all the metal is. I was wondering before when I looked at Dren, I was like, where was all the metal? Because there's so much plastic. That's what all the metals is all on the bottom. Assist blade is Bumper, and here's your QR code. 680 for your ratchet. Cool colors. And for the bit, we have Wedge. This looks really interesting. Not the type I thought I would see for a defensive type. This thing looks like an absolute unit. Look at this guy. Let's do some test spins and do some battles as well, because, yeah, what's the purpose of just putting these together and if we're not going to even spin them and battle them? Of course, this needs to be done in the new Drop Attack Stadium. Wouldn't have any other way. So let's first do Brave Dran or Courage Dran. This should be a little bit crazy. like it. It's crazy, but it's stable. It's not self-destructing. Really, really nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Man, I really love these. I'm gonna keep them as is. I love stock combos just because they reminisce the anime. But it's really cool that you could customize, and I could put like destroyers thing. I could put like destroy here instead. I could have like a Dran destroy, whatever the other one is, of like round if I wanted to. I don't think that's gonna be good, but I could do it. We got Reaper going in. Now this is a bounce type, so it could go either way. Yeah, that little round part that keeps Beyblades locked in is pretty crazy and detrimental to a lot of Beyblades, but there we go. It was really, really nice. This, we have Wizard. It's going to be very, very passive in the middle, I'm sure. Whoa. It sounds aggressive, but it's really not, which is exactly the way it should be. And we can expect the same from Perseus here. Stick in the middle. Doesn't even, it's so quiet. This is exactly how a defense type should be. And with that said, let's do some battles. We'll do Dran versus House because it sounds like that'll be pretty interesting. Whoa! I must have spun it in a way that put the battery in its back. That was weird. Okay, let's do that one more time. We'll do Dran first. I don't usually like spinning in an attack type like Dran first because they run out of stamina faster and they self-destruct a lot easier, but this went off a little bit better. They are both out of steam. They are not going to take advantage of the extreme dash line, and Dran actually had that one crazy. So I'm going to have to use 2 launchers. I'm going to have to preload one of these Beyblades because they both go way too crazy. Now, I still don't think I'm going to be able to do this in time. Any of these type of aggressive Beyblades in one-player Beyblade is still ridiculous. I can't really do it too well. There we go. That actually worked pretty well. It looks like Dran might have got that. I kind of want to say that, but let's move on. We'll do Perseus versus Wizard, and I think Wizard does have the type advantage being a stamina type, so we'll spin this in first. Ouch! I did a bad spin. I spun it and clipped my finger. Yeah, I'm completely cut right there. Don't do what I did. Regardless, Wizard still got it. That launcher is just so strong that even a passive Beyblade like Wizard moves like crazy with it. Definitely get yourself a Saber Samurai. That launcher is just so freaking fun. Oh! Perseus just made Arc jump. And Arc is completely not the way it's supposed to be. Oh! That was close. Just I'm gonna give Perseus the cool launcher, and it'll stay in the middle, so it's even better. See? I don't have to worry too much. And we'll do not a super hard launch with Wizard just to make it a little bit quicker. Wow. Major hits from Wizard right there. I'm really loving these CX type of Beyblades. I don't know. I guess I don't know what doesn't make them competitive. Is it too many plastic components or something? Are they susceptible to burst? Like, what's going on? Why don't people like these? I guess we could close this with the classic battle of attack versus defense. Perseus. Yeah, attack type self-destructing is a pretty classic thing to happen. This will be a hard spin, just so I can compensate for doing a softer spin with this one. There we go. Still crazy. Yep. Still not Perseus. Right out of the zone. Look at this. Yep, and that is over. So overall, pretty cool line of Beyblades to get. It's amazing. Hasbro has all 4 of these out. Like I said, we're not far behind from what Hasbro had. I mean, from Takara Tomy has. So really, really cool ones to pick up. Like I said, I'm not really sure too much about the hate for these. Like I said, you know, they're probably just not super competitive with me. I just like having fun with these and having, you know, these nice cool Beyblades used by these characters that I like in the anime. So yeah, and I can't wait to, you know, try out some combinations, especially when they start doing some you know, some alt color ones, because I like to keep the ones like, you know, exactly the combos like they are in the anime. When they start making some random colored ones, it'll be cool to like switch the parts up on those and see what I can actually make. I mean, I could do those with these now, but like I said, I really love like anime combos. If I was going to like an official tournament, I would definitely do some things and switch things up. But for now, just gonna keep it like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please show these Beyblade videos some love. I really want to do a lot more Beyblade videos on this channel. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pretty much the biggest portion of my channel, but I really love Beyblade, and I don't want my channel to just be the Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel. I love so many different things, so if you guys like this type of content, please let it be known in the comment section. Give it a thumbs up. Anything like that that can actually help out this type of content on my channel would be much appreciated. Until next time, people, peace out.